All right, let's have number 21. A drawer contains 8 red, 7 yellow, and 2 green pens. If you were to draw pens, what is a probability of picking a red pen? Okay. Okay. So, what is the probability of picking a red pen? From here, if you could see that there are a total of 8 plus 7 plus 2 or 17 pens. And since in the list there are only 8 red pens, so that is the number of red all over or divided by the total number of pens is the probability. So that's 8 over the total, which is 17. So the correct answer here is 8 over 17. I hope you got it. 22. A six-sided die, numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, was tossed. In how many ways can you get an odd number on the first toss and a number that is at least 3 on the second toss? Take note, die is singular, dice is plural. Okay? So, in this case, you wanted an odd number on the first toss. And we know in our die that the numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 3 of them are odd, with namely 1, 3, and 5. So there are 3 possibilities on the first toss. That's why 1, 3, 5. And since you would like to get a number that is at least 3 on the second toss, then you could get either 3, 4, 5, or 6, or 4 possibilities in the second toss. And by the fundamental counting principle, we have to multiply them. So therefore, there are 3 times 4 or 12 ways for you to have this. All right, moving on. There are two six-sided dice numbered 1 to 6. When rolled, how many possible outcomes are there such that the product of the numbers that come out is an odd number? So feel free to try this one first, and hopefully you will get the correct answer. Feel free to pause the video also if you wish. Are you ready? Let's discuss the answers. All right. Now, take note that it's very important to note that for you to have an odd product, by the way, product is the answer of a multiplication problem, then both numbers have to be odd. We know that there are 3 odd numbers on the first die and another 3 odd numbers on the second die. In other words, both numbers have to be odd. Okay? So by the fundamental counting principle again, there are 3 times 3 or 9 ways to have an odd product. And again, that could only happen if both numbers that you multiplied are odd. 24. 3 six-sided dice numbered 1 to 6 were rolled. How many possible outcomes are there such that the sum is more than 15? And when we say sum of more than 15, so your sum could either 15 is not included. It should be either a sum of 16, 17, or 18. Let's do this. If you wish to have a sum of 16, one possibility is for 6, 6. And if we rearrange them, you could also have 6, 4, 6. Their sum, or if you add them, it will be 16. And also we have 6, 6, 4. If you could notice, these are the only 3 that have a sum of 16. Sir, you might say, sir, we have 3, 6, 7. Sorry, we can't do that because our numbers are only limited from 1 to 6. Okay? So careful. 7, 8 are not allowed, and so on. For you to have a sum of 17, the possibilities are you have 5, 6, 6, and if you rearrange them, so 5 plus 6 is 11, 11 plus 6 is 17. If you rearrange them, you could also have 6, 5, 6 is also 17. 6, 6, 5 is also 17. And lastly, remember the highest sum is just 18. Why? Because the largest number is just 6, and you assume that you get all of them as sixes, then you will have a sum of 18. You could not have a sum of 19 or more because, again, only 6 is the highest number for each die. And 3 times 6 would just, or 6 plus 3 times 6 is just 18. So therefore, you could see that there are 7 possibilities all in all. I hope that you understood. 25. Anne, Ben, Cassie, and Dean would like to occupy a row of 4 chairs. In how many ways can this be done if Anne and Ben should be seated beside each other? Okay? So they could position anywhere they like as long as Anne and Ben are beside each other. So let's do this one. So let's call Anne, Ben, these 4 people. Let's represent them with A, B, C, and D. Now, since Anne and Ben are together, the technique here is to draw, for example, a rectangle or by boxing them to indicate that they are indeed together. And since they are together, they will be counted only as 3. If they are together, they will be counted as 1 slot only. So how many slots are there? There are 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 slots. So 3 slots could be managed or arranged in 3 factorial ways. So remember, I was able to introduce also factorial earlier. So we're bringing it back. So 3 factorial means 3 times 2 times 1 here. But you might be asking, sir, where did the 2 factorial come from? The 2 factorial is that A and B can still arrange themselves in 2 factorial ways. And 2 factorial could be simplified or expressed as 2 times 1. That's why you have 3 times 2 times 1 times 2 times 1, and that is 12 in all. So these 4 people could be arranged in 12 ways, provided again that Anne and Ben are seated beside each other. It's also possible that Ben, Anne, and Ben, or it could be anywhere as long as they are together. 26. There are 10 people in a party. Each one shook hands with each other exactly once. How many handshakes were there in all? Okay, so this time I'll give you the shortcut how to do this without using trial and error. And the number of handshakes is HS, I call the number of handshakes, is equal to N. If you see parentheses, it means multiplication. N multiplied by N minus 1 all over 2, where N is the number of people involved. Here, since you have 10 people, so we will replace all N's by 10. That's why you have 10 times quantity, 10 minus 1 all over 2. This becomes 10 times 9, which is 90. 90 divided by 2 is 45. So surely expect 45 handshakes all in all. All right, 27. How many diagonals does a decagon have? So when we say diagonals, so it is a segment that connects whose endpoints are the non-consecutive vertices of a polygon. And to make the long story simpler, without actually drawing them, the number of diagonals is equal to n times n minus 3 divided by 2, where n represents the number of sides of a certain polygon. And since we are having decagon, remember deca means 10. So a decagon is a polygon with 10 sides, and n here is equal to 10. So by substitution, replacing n's by 10, we have 10 times 10 minus 3 all over 2. That becomes 10 over 7 times 2. 10 times 7 is 35. 70 I mean. Divided by 2 gives us 35 diagonals in all. If you wish, you could draw them if you have the time. 28. In a game of chance where 3 coins are tossed, a player wins if exactly 2 heads come out. What is the probability of this occurring? Okay, so 3 coins. Remember, for you to have a coin has 2 outcomes, right? Namely a head or a tail. So here, you could have either 3 heads, head, head, head. It's also possible that you have head, head, tail, head, tail, head, tail, head, 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 tail, tail, head, tail, tail, head, and tail, 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 right? And surely we were able to list all the 8 possible outcomes. But in these 8 outcomes, only 3 of them have exactly 2 heads, namely head, head, tail, head, and tail, head, head. And again, speaking about classical probability, there are 3 outcomes out of the 8 that satisfy the given condition. Hence, the probability of having exactly 2 heads is 3/8, and I hope that you got this right. If you did, great job. But if not, it's still okay, as long as we are learning. 29. 2 identical 6-sided dice, each faced with a different color, namely red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, were rolled. How many possible outcomes are there that do not contain the color blue? So like in any of the outcomes, blue should not be there. All the other colors could come out except blue. So how many outcomes are there, do you think? Let's see if you got it right. Note that there are 6 possible outcomes in each die, but you only wanted 5 of them to come out per die. You can have red, orange, yellow, green, and indigo, right? Because you don't want blue. I mean, or violet, I mean, because you don't want blue to come out. With such, you wanted only 5. There are only 5 ways for the first die that satisfy the condition. And again, 5 on the second die that satisfy the condition. And therefore, by the fundamental counting principle again, 5 times 5 equals 25. So meaning, surely there are 25 outcomes that will not contain blue. The rest of the outcomes, in fact, there are 11 of them, will surely contain either 1 blue or 2 blue. All right. And we have one more. Balls numbered 1 to 8 are placed inside the jar. 2 different balls are drawn at random at the same time. The numbers are then multiplied and added. In how many ways can you have a product that is less than their sum? Okay, what do you think? You might be wondering how to do this. Maybe you're doing some sort of trial and error. Okay, let's see if you got it. Feel free to pause the video again and check if you wish. Now, but take note, it's also a basic fact in our number theory that 2 numbers will have a smaller product than the sum if one of the numbers is 1. Take note, I'm talking about natural numbers here. if one of them is 1, so surely the product will be smaller than the sum. Product is the answer of multiplication. Sum is the answer of addition. So for example, if I have 1 and 3, so one of them is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 plus 3 is 4. And clearly, 3 is less than 4. That's why if one of them is 1, surely the sum or the product, I mean, will be smaller than the sum. So for you to have 1, there are actually 7 possibilities. You could either have 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7, and 1, 8. So here, order does not matter. So you have 7 possibilities here. I hope that this session has been an eye-opener for you, or hopefully you have learned something from this session. All the best and a great day to one and all.